If you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community, then this video is for you. We at Beyond the States are fully aware of the current state of things in the United States, and we receive messages every day from prospective students on where are the safest places for LGBTQ plus folks to move in Europe. And many members of the community are looking to leave the US and seeking out countries where they don't have to live in fear of just being themselves. We receive messages every day from prospective students asking where are some of the safest places for LGBTQ plus students to study in Europe. And today we are going to be sharing that list with you and what countries we recommend most to LGBTQ plus students. And these are all countries that have been vetted and ranked and approved by ILGA-Europe. And you can get the full list of countries that you should consider and which ones to completely avoid on their rainbow map, which I'll link down below in the description. Some of the criteria we'll be going over are marriage rights, adoption rights, anti-discrimination protections, trans and non-binary rights, and just social acceptance and community visibility across the board. Now, the first country we have on this list is a tiny island country that might not even be on your radar, and that is Malta. A quick summary of Malta: it's a tiny island country that is off the boot of Italy near Sicily, and there are gorgeous crystal clear blue beaches and a large expat community. In terms of marriage equality, same-sex marriage has been legal in Malta since 2017, and LGBTQ plus couples have full equal adoption rights. There's also strong anti-discrimination laws when it comes to housing, healthcare, and finding employment. And as far as adoption rights go, LGBTQ plus couples can adopt children with the same rights as heterosexual couples. And when it comes to Europe, it's also a leader for trans rights. Malta allows gender identity recognition without medical intervention, as well as healthcare for gender-affirming care. It consistently and historically ranks as one of the most progressive countries for LGBTQ plus people in Europe, and it's a great one to consider, especially if you are a beach lover. Now, the next country we have on our list, which might not come as a surprise to you, it's another island country, but a little more Nordic and colder, and that is Iceland. Iceland guarantees equal rights to LGBTQ plus people when it comes to both marriage and adoption rights. There are strong legal protections in place for the community in Iceland. Iceland guarantees equal rights for both same-sex marriage and adoption. In general, it's one of the safest countries in the world, especially for the LGBTQ plus community, and it's somewhere that is very accepting and open-minded. Queer identity is really embedded into the city. Even one of its most famous landmarks to visit is the Rainbow Street, which is a massive symbol for the city's LGBTQ plus community. People in Iceland are just really open and accepting towards the community, and it's a place where everyone can feel welcome. And of course, there's Reykjavik Pride and other Pride festivals that just really create this strong sense of community in Iceland and visibility as a whole. And there's also support for trans and non-binary folks. Every person ages 15 and up can actually change their gender registration with an X option available in official documents as well. Now, the next country that we have on our list is Belgium. Belgium was actually one of the first countries in Europe to legalize same-sex marriage, and it does offer adoption rights to LGBTQ plus couples. It's also known for its high level of acceptance, with the majority of the population supporting LGBTQ plus rights and protections. And there's also a lively LGBTQ plus culture in Belgium. Cities like Antwerp and Brussels host huge pride festivals and other events. And in general, there is a large scene of bars and clubs and community organizations to bring the queer community together. And in general, besides the safety elements, it is just a great place to consider living in Western Europe. It's very safe. You're really connected to the rest of Europe, and you also have the EU Parliament in Brussels. Now, the next country on our list is one that maybe you've been surprised you haven't heard me mention yet, because of course it's the first that comes to mind, and that is the Netherlands. The Netherlands actually was the first country to legalize gay marriage in not only Europe, but also the world in 2001, which honestly is crazy to think about. That wasn't even that long ago. But anyways, we are thankful for the Netherlands for being pioneers for legalizing gay marriage and making the country open and accepting to all forms of love. Of course, the Netherlands also provides full adoption rights to LGBTQ plus couples, and there are strong anti-discrimination laws to protect people in employment, housing, and healthcare, and just public services based on sexual orientation and gender identity. And of course, social acceptance is something that really stands out when it comes to the Netherlands. The Netherlands is known for having a high level of everyday social acceptance, especially in major cities like Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and Utrecht. LGBTQ plus identities are just part of the fabric of society in the Netherlands and are not frowned upon or seen as othered. And public displays of affection are seen as completely normal, and that's not something you have to worry about here. Amsterdam is also the top LGBTQ plus hub, and they put on a huge pride parade. Events like Amsterdam Pride and especially the Canal Parade are recognized worldwide and are heavily attended. And as far as trans and non-binary rights goes, the Netherlands allows legal gender recognition, though it historically has required procedures that are gradually becoming more flexible. And healthcare access for trans individuals is available, although waiting times might be a bit longer depending on the region. And as far as non-binary rights goes, the Netherlands does allow the X gender marker on passports, but it is not automatically available to everyone, and it's not as easy to obtain with self-ID as the other countries that I mentioned. So what's important to keep in mind here is that the Netherlands is accepting of non-binary individuals, but legally it's still in a transition phase, but we're moving in the right direction. Now, the last country we're going to be highlighting in today's video is Spain. Spain was one of the early pioneers for legalizing gay marriage. It was legalized in 2005, and LGBTQ plus culture is deeply rooted in Spain. Cities like Madrid, for example, have historic queer neighborhoods and a thriving LGBTQ plus nightlife. And there's also government-backed protections in place. For example, Spain passed a law in 2023 that allows trans folks to self-ID from the age of 16. Another important fact to note about Spain is that it actually has banned conversion therapy nationwide, something we can't even say about the US as it's still legal in several states. And Spain is also improving access to healthcare for trans folks. So if you're looking to experience queer culture in a stunning Mediterranean country, then Spain is definitely one you should consider. Now, that's all we could squeeze in today's video, but of course there are many other countries in Europe that are accepting of LGBTQ plus folks. You can check out the rest of them, like I said, on the rainbow map listed down below. Or if you're looking to talk to an expert, if you are just kind of overwhelmed about navigating the path of moving to Europe and just the process of choosing a country to spend your life in sounds daunting, we've got you covered. For a limited time, we're actually offering free strategy sessions, which you can check out in the link in our bio. And we have experience working with LGBTQ plus folks and matching them with programs in Europe. Like I said, we've had an overwhelming uptick of LGBTQ plus students who are looking to get a degree abroad in Europe and to just live in a country and city that is a lot more safe and accepting, where they can also save money on degrees and also kind of set the foundation for a long-term life abroad. So if this is something that you would like some assistance with, of course we have packages tailor fit to suit your needs, but also your career and academic goals. But we also have a ton of free resources that, once again, I'll link below, and also take advantage of that free strategy call because it's not going to be around for long and those spots book up quickly. We hope you enjoyed this video, and let us know if we missed any countries. Drop them down below in the comments, and we will see you in the next video. Ciao for now.